Alright there, my brainwashed zealots. This is Joshua. I want to talk to you today. We recently just talked about the worship of fiction and how our society is inundated with fiction, from everything from like the worship of like superheroes as a modern pantheon that we might worship, all the way to like chicks in their Grey's Anatomy or Twilight or anything like that. So, but what I failed to talk about was some other things. I mean, like, what I also previously touched on is whatever a person talks about, you can kind of tell what they're thinking about. Look at where most people like converge. Okay, you have like these huge stadiums, like big stadiums. People worshiping sports. I mean, basically, there's huge amounts of people that go to these football games or basically like soccer games, and then we have the gridiron, which is like our American football or baseball or hockey or anything like that. If you've seen these guys, these sports fanatics, okay, they're fanatics. These guys, all they do is think, eat, they worship sports. They worship the athleticism. They study the players. They know all their statistics. They research their playbooks, and it's just these guys get freakish about it. I mean, people play these sports, and they that's all they think about. I mean, I've seen like these jocks make fun of nerds for playing role-playing games, and really they're both worshiping a different god. I mean, one is sports, and the other one is you look at Rome. Rome had a very similar situation. They had the Colosseum where people worshipped sports, and then they had the Parthenon where they worshipped gods. And it was basically their worship of fiction or the worship of like athleticism, and you see this dichotomy throughout the whole thing. You got the chariot races, and you have NASCAR. I mean, it's like from the beginning to the end. I mean, like, our society is exactly like Rome, except for far better, because technology has allowed us to reach so many different people. You go into a person's house in Roman times, and you would see idols to their gods that they worshipped. And you go into a house today, and you see posters of their favorite bands. You see posters of their favorite TV show or movies. You see a TV in every room. I mean, people used to sit down and pray to their gods for hours. Now people sit down in their living rooms and pray to their TV shows for hours. I mean, and that's all they dwell on. They dwell on the television, they dwell on the shows, they dwell on all these things. So basically what I'm trying to get you to realize here is that just because it's not called a religion does not mean we're not worshiping it. If I'm a Christian and I'm going to church every Sunday, and I spend like 4 hours at church, and then every day I go home and I spend 6 hours watching television, 6 times 5 is 30 hours a week, and I spend 4 hours in church. What am I worshiping? Am I worshiping God, or am I worshiping my television? Also, you can worship freaking, like, look at these corporations. People tell you that you work 7 days a week, overtime, blah, blah, blah. These people worship their freaking jobs. I mean, what you dwell on is what you worship. You can tell what a person's thinking by what they talk about. You walk to work and the guy's talking about his soccer game, or like the latest soccer game, or they're talking about like golf, or they're talking about football, or anything like that. Whatever they're talking about is what they're worshiping. If they're talking about like General Hospital, and then they talk about like the different characters and how they're interacting, I mean, this is still worship. I mean, you dwell on General Hospital, you're going to talk about General Hospital. You dwell on soccer, you're going to talk about soccer. You dwell on freaking Lord of the Rings, you're going to talk about Lord of the Rings. And if you dwell on God, you're going to talk about God. You can't stop it. I want to really ram this home. You look around your house. What do you worship? Look at the books you have on your shelves. What do you worship? I'm serious, man. Take a hard, fast look at your life and find out exactly what you worship, and then stop it. Get rid of the things that are an idol for you. Get rid of the things that you're worshiping. I mean, if you're watching television way too much, then you need to get rid of your TV. If you're watching freaking the internet way too much. Get rid of the bookmarks. I mean, like, if you're watching home movies too much, get rid of your movies. I mean, like, you gotta fight this thing, man. It's our society thinks, oh, because it's not a religion, we're not worshiping it. No, because it's not a religion, we think it's okay to worship it, when in fact it is not true. Whatever takes up in the majority of our thinking is what we worship. Just because we do not believe that it is a God does not mean we are not worshiping it. So watch out for the actors that you like. Watch out for freaking rock stars that you dig. Watch out for any time that you elevate somebody or something higher than God. If you look at your thoughts as if it's a pie chart, and whatever takes up the majority of your thinking, that's what you worship. I'm serious, man. So I just wanted to send this out there because this is something that is so important, and God has been putting it on my heart to put it out there. And not only for you, but for me as well. So I just wanted to tell you all, this is so important. We gotta take back our minds. We gotta take back our thoughts. We need to brainwash ourselves. I'm serious, man. We need to separate ourselves from this world. We need to take back our thinking. And I'm going to put this before you, and hopefully that you will take it and hold it and make it your own, and put God as your only focus. Anyway, don't mean to hammer on this, but it's so important. This is The Heretic. I love y'all. But dwell on God. Just dwell on God. Just do it. Anyway, peace out. Bye.